What's up everybody, it's your boy Hokage here, welcome to the video. Today we're gonna talk about the potential deaths of Naruto and Sasuke. And before all of you start jumping at me and start screaming how I did a video 3 months ago, the video in which I talked that Naruto won't die, let's just say that he won't be dead at the end of the series. So without further ado, let's get into the video. As a character, Naruto represents light and Sasuke represents darkness. Was everything perfect in Naruto's life? No, of course it wasn't. Was everything horrible in Sasuke's life? No, it wasn't. But the main point is Naruto represents light and Sasuke represents darkness. Which is why I think Sasuke will die in the Boruto series. Now, this would make 100% sense from a symbolic point of view, and it would also make sense from a logical point of view, because if we look at Boruto in Boruto episode 1, he's seen with Sasuke's sword and Sasuke's coat. Now immediately some of you might refer to the fact that in the first chapter of the Boruto manga, Boruto is seen with a different coat that doesn't look like Sasuke's coat, right? But Ikimoto said something very interesting in an interview, and basically I covered this on YouTube as well. He said that Boruto's adult, or I should say teenage design might change once the manga catches up to the scene that is shown in the first chapter of the manga. And obviously this change is going to be the coat, because the anime version of the Boruto vs Kawaki cliffhanger at the start of the series got released after the manga, and the Boruto writers and in general all people who are involved within the creation of this anime, we're talking Kodachi, Ikimoto, Kishimoto and many others, they had enough time to think about many things that are gonna happen. Another good example is that, in the first chapter of the manga, Boruto has something that looks like a Byakugan. Is because at that time, the writers didn't come up with the Jogan, so apart from the code, another thing that's gonna be changed is Boruto's Dojutsu. So yeah. Now, some of you might ask, why did I connect the logical point of view with the fact that Boruto is wearing Sasuke's sword and Sasuke's coat? I mean, he's not wearing Sasuke's sword, he's using it in combat, you get the drill. And the answer to that is very simple. Sasuke as a person is very important in Boruto's life, and he means a lot to him. Their bond is being emphasized, or it's being created right now in the anime, and it's just going to be developed furthermore as the series progresses. And when Sasuke dies in the Boruto series, and I'm sorry that I'm talking about this as a fact, but I'm really sure that he's gonna die, Boruto will be like, yo, I want to take his sword, I want to take his coat, so I could always remember. So, well, not remember Sasuke, but these things could remind me of Sasuke. That's the mindset that Boruto could potentially have in the future of the series. Because if Sasuke is alive, what is his sword doing in the hands of Boruto? And more importantly, what is his coat doing on Boruto? And by the way, a couple of months ago, Spiraling Sphere confirmed that, yeah, the sword and the coat belongs to Boruto. I even did a video where I debunked the fact that it's been confirmed that Boruto is wearing Sasuke's headband, because that's also what Spiraling Sphere said. But later on, when I contacted them, they said that it wasn't specifically written Sasuke's headband. The reason why I referred to that is because Sasuke's headband, or I should say the cloth of the headband, was blue, and in the anime it doesn't seem like a regular blue cloth. And in the manga, in the first chapter, we get the colored page. One of the pages was colored basically, and we see Boruto with a headband that has a black cloth. You can argue that the cloth got changed, and I don't know what else you can argue, but it's still not 100% confirmed that he's wearing Sasuke's headband. And if he's wearing Sasuke's headband, then I'm 1,000,000% sure that he's dead, because Boruto did get his headband back after the versus Momoshiki arc. And if he decided to wear Sasuke's headband, Sasuke's coat, and if he's using Sasuke's sword, Sasuke is 100% dead. But the point is, the sword and the coat belong to Sasuke Uchiha. Sasuke is very good when it comes to Kenjutsu, so it wouldn't make sense for him to just give Boruto his sword. And I don't think he randomly decided to get naked in the middle of the Hidden Leaf Village and give his coat to Boruto, to be honest. And of course that was a joke. I do realize that Sasuke has more clothes down there, but the point is he wouldn't just give his coat to Boruto, for fuck's sake. And before I continue with the discussion, I just want to remind you that this is a theory, so all of this could be 100% wrong. Now, some of you might say that Sasuke doesn't represent darkness because that way he would die in the Naruto series, right? But let me tell you something very important. Shonen as a genre, unfortunately, in most cases can be somewhat predictable, and it is common knowledge that the main character usually achieves his/her goal. And one of Naruto's goals was to bring Sasuke back to the village. And you're not gonna have your main character not achieve his goal. Now, the thing is, Kishimoto got the idea of Boruto getting his own series while Naruto was running. And as soon as you saw all these Otsutsukis being mentioned and all that, that's probably, the point where Kishimoto started thinking about the Boruto series, which is a perfect opportunity for Sasuke to get killed. One important thing that I want to add to this discussion is the fact that Kawaki mentions the fact that Naruto is somewhere during his fight against Boruto, and I think this is a very, very good writing trick because it makes all the viewers focus on Naruto and his whereabouts, and it makes us speculate about Naruto all the time, while in reality at that point Sasuke is most likely already dead, and when that happens in the anime, all of us are gonna be surprised because all of us focus on Naruto. And the fact that dimensions and different universes or whatever, but let's just say dimensions, are getting so much spotlight in Boruto, it is fair to assume that Naruto is probably sent somewhere else. I mean, he was already kidnapped once, and it's just, I feel like they wouldn't spoil the fact that Naruto died in the first episode of the series. If we look at the Boruto series as a whole, it actually takes some of the concepts that were introduced into the Naruto series. Of course, this doesn't mean that Boruto is ripping Naruto off, it just means that same concepts are being used while different themes are being brought up, so to say. For example, in Naruto, a major villain interrupted the Chunin exams. The same thing happened in Boruto. In Naruto, one of the main characters got a curse mark, and in Boruto, the main character also got something from a villain, being the seal that you see in the first episode and in the first chapter of Boruto. For example, Naruto's first arc was, so to say, connected to the land of waves in a way, Zabuza Haku and all that. And we also had this hidden mist arc in the Boruto series, completely different arcs with different purposes. But as I already mentioned before, similar concepts are being brought up. The Zabuza mission wasn't Naruto's first mission. I think they had to save a cat or something like that, or find a cat. But anyway, one of Naruto's first missions involved the bridge, right? And Boruto's first mission also involved the bridge, if you remember. This necessarily isn't even the same concept, but the writers are kinda reminding us of Naruto with these nostalgic things. Naruto Part 1 ended when when Jiraiya and Naruto went to train, and it's very possible that Part 1 of Boruto, so to say, will end with Sasuke and Boruto going to train, because Boruto is most likely going to be targeted either because of the fact that he has the Jogan or because of the fact that he has the Karma Seal. Whatever the case is, he's probably gonna get targeted, and then he's gonna leave with Sasuke to train. And of course, this is all far-fetched because I'm, speculating a lot. But as I said, the Boruto series is reminding us of Naruto all the time. And if you guys remember, Jiraiya and Naruto died, and Jiraiya and Naruto developed a very strong bond. The bond between Jiraiya and Naruto was stronger than the bond that Naruto had with Kakashi. And the same thing is happening here in Boruto. Despite the fact that Konohamaru is Boruto's sensei, it is obvious that his bond with Sasuke is going to be stronger. And I also, see Sasuke dying as his master. And one thing that's also very important, the first scene where Boruto and Kawaki are fighting, I mean the first scene of the Boruto anime and of the Boruto manga, it just cannot be the last arc. There's just no fucking way. It's probably covering part of Boruto Shippuden, quote-unquote Boruto Shippuden, around the episode 100, 120 or something like that. And obviously Jiraiya did die in Naruto Shippuden, but there were many episodes after him, so I'm just making a parallel. I'm seeing Sasuke dying in the first 150 episodes of Naruto, of Boruto Shippuden, just like how Jiraiya died in the first 150 episodes of Naruto Shippuden. Up until now, I've talked about Sasuke dying in the Boruto series, and of course in the title I put both Naruto's and Sasuke's name, right? So it's finally time to talk about Naruto and the possibility of him dying. Now, as I stated earlier in this video, Naruto represents light and Sasuke represents darkness. And if this concept is kept until the end of the Naruto franchise, that includes Boruto as well, Naruto is going to be alive at the end of this series. Now, what could happen, however, is that Naruto dies and he gets revived by Sasuke, and Sasuke will do that by doing Rebirth. This would make Sasuke not only a legendary Naruto character, which he already is, but this will make him a legendary anime character in general, period. This would be so symbolic, it would just be out of this world. You have Naruto fighting for Sasuke's sake for years and years, eventually getting Sasuke out of darkness, and then after all of that, Sasuke saves Naruto's life by sacrificing himself. That is very symbolic, and it would also mean that the concept of light and darkness is kept until the end of the series. Yes, Sasuke got changed, that is a fact, but he would die either way. Obviously, we know that Sasuke is the Shadow Hokage, and the Shadow Hokage is supposed to support the Hokage and to protect everything from the shadows, as the name suggests. And Sasuke saving Naruto by sacrificing his own life would be the best way to support and save the Hokage. Not to mention that this way Sarada Uchiha gets the Mangekyo Sharingan. Why am I saying this? Well, she's the second main character of the Boruto series, and when you take into consideration that we're gonna be fighting the Otsutsuki clan most likely in the future of this series, and when you look at the Kara organization and how powerful they look, it is fair to assume that our main characters will get a lot of power-ups until the end of the series. And obviously, you know, after the 3 Tomoe Sharingan comes the Mangekyo Sharingan, and if Sasuke dies, that's the perfect opportunity for Sarada to get the Mangekyo Sharingan. And furthermore, if she takes Sasuke's eyes, she could get the Eternal Mangekyo, possibly the Rinnegan or whatever. So yeah, I think this death would overall really benefit the Boruto series. In conclusion, I'm 100% sure that Sasuke is gonna die in the Boruto series. How likely is it that Naruto is gonna die and then he's gonna get revived by Sasuke? I don't know. That's just a theory that I would really like to be true, because that will make for some of the most emotional moments, you know, in anime. And you know, I'm getting goosebumps just by thinking about Sasuke sacrificing himself in front of Naruto. Well, in front of Boruto, sacrificing himself to save Boruto's father. Just imagine the psychological conflict in Boruto's head. Obviously, you know, it's either his father or his master. Oh, okay, oh my god, guys, I think I really need to stop. That was your boy Eternal Hokage. Let me know what you think about this theory in the comment section of this video. If you're new to this channel and if you're into Boruto, consider subscribing, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.